I'd like you to see the way the numbers play out on it. I think you'll be very surprised. Because if you're in a territory that they don't know that it's there, for sure, that's where new business is. Just to sell the first one another one. So make your calls to the surgeons in the area, and while you're doing it, send patients to your machines, watch the counts go up. Tell the owner of the machine you're doing it for them. Sell it all the way to everybody. One of the things I'm going to do for you is I'm going to do a little bit of an awareness campaign, and I'm going to send people out to you. Until you find that investor or that doctor that wants more information, you could be using the call to help build your next sale to somebody who's already done a deal with you. Is it easier to do the second deal around with somebody? It's got to be much easier to do it. They have their own financials then. So this is something where you could really, it's the first thing that came to mind with me was building up the scan count on low-producing machines and turn that into the second sale at the location. I could see sales doubling just on that effort. We all want to move machines. It's to everybody's advantage commission-wise. That's where it comes from. Okay? Do you want to take a break, or are we going straight through to 6, or what were you thinking now?
How long do you think it would take?
It's only 5. It's 5:40 now. We were scheduled to go till 6.
I think it would be a good idea if you open up for questions to the salesman now.
Okay.
They heard you speak.
Good.
They heard your ideas.
I'd love to know what people think. Absolutely.
How long do you think it would take you to double the sales in, say, a center that's doing 8 scans right now?
You mean double the amount of scans that they get a day?
Yeah.
I would think the campaign is somewhere between 500 and maybe 750 at a location would bring steady, not necessarily phone calls. They're making sure that the center knows it's there. Your traveling of seeing them, the mail that's going out, your phone calls that are following it. I would say, and now that's only one time. Once you're done with that, now you've got the referrer sending. It all comes back around to the multiple sale, where you have to deal with the person that's in the office that's doing the marketing, that they keep the customer service going. And what would that take you? That would take you, it would take you about 120 hours, 125 hours. But at that point, just think of the outcome. I'm not saying do that. It could take you a year to do it. It doesn't make a difference. But if you did it and they doubled their sales and they were now at 80% full, they'd be your next prospect. And then every other prospect that you would have saying that we have this method of filling it up right away, they would all want that method in the future. So you could then make that something you could actually sell to them. You need to do it once yourself to know it can be done. I would say we'll pick up from 150 calls. I know at least 10 already asked us for a referral sheet. So they're ready to refer. That's just a matter of taking it to that step. The rest want the information, and then will work the appointment and work their way up. My guess, though, to fill up a machine, if you did the contacts of 500 referring doctors in a territory 25 miles around a radius around where the installation was, you should be able to fill up the scanner.
Now, what's your role in Fonar's role? What can you do for me personally? Talking about.
I could go help you close deals. I could work with you on telemarketing.
What's the cost? And what do you?
At this point, there's no cost to you. Of what's going on at this moment?
Turn your telemarketers loose on our territory?
Oh, no. If you want to go and do that kind of a marketing, there's certainly an expense in that. But again, I'm discussing that more with Dr. Damadian and Lou and Sal. But I will tell you the company has already decided to make an investment in moving forward on that. So there will be dialing that will be going specifically out to the country to watch the results of what we can return. And in the early stages, it looks very promising.
That would be interesting to take an area and just see.
I'll offer my area for a test market.
What's that? I'll go knocking on doors with you. Let's go.
I'll offer my area for a test.
Okay, I'm coming down, we'll go knock on doors together.
That sounds good to me.
I'd like to ask them a question.
They have to have other questions, so, come on.
Can you recall a situation where you couldn't get the order?
Situation where I could not get the order.
Right. You spent time, was promising, and then you didn't get the order.
Yes, I did.
Why? Who was the customer?
Well, we go way back to Dr. DeVinter.
He talked to everybody, didn't he?
Yeah.
Talked to everybody.
He, I need to address your question correctly. Do it again. Give me your question again.
Have you seen people who have committed to you that they were gonna buy it and then didn't end up buying it?
Yes. The answer is yes.
Okay?
Okay?
It happens to
I
everybody.
gave the name.
Yeah. I don't remember Winter. Where was he?
He was an investor, MD chiropractor from a couple of years back.
And a chiropractor?
He was a chiropractor and an MD.
Wow.
But he didn't practice anymore. He was investing. He was an investor. And he wanted to put the system in San Antonio.
How'd the deal fall apart though? What happened that made the deal fall apart?
One, he was one of the type of guys that could not make a decision. We went after and we did several sites. We even went to Laredo with him, trying to get. I wasted a lot of time and energy. I think one of the challenges that happened is he didn't have the resources. Didn't, that's what I
So that had nothing to do with price. He just was not the right customer to buy.
pretty much. Yeah.
I'm looking for a situation where the customer wanted to buy and we couldn't close the deal. Why?
Collarbone and joint, but we lost that to a competitor. We lost that to Phillips. Laura there and Tyler. Collarbone and joint, the radiologist came in. We had them closed. We had the surgeons closed, and the radiologist came in. Dr. Anderson came in and told him to go with the Phillips 1.0 open. Laura Haggard from Collarbone and joint. Remember Laura?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, this was a situation where the radiologist at this hospital wanted to have a 1.5. Was looking for image quality. Our competitor Philips came up with a new open MRI, 1 Tesla. And because the sequences were much faster, he insisted that they buy the system. We went to the customer and we showed him that Philips service was very bad. It's a brand new product, so you take a chance. Right. Their price was higher than ours.
That's correct.
Okay, their price was higher than ours. The radiologist came, saw our images, just didn't fit in to what you wanted. The end result was they bought the Philips. That unit, they had to change the magnet 3 times. 3 times to change the magnet. It just didn't work. Okay. What I suspected is the manager of the hospital had some kind of kickback.
Probably.
Right, okay?
Yeah.
Because the data we gave him was just good.
Yeah.
It